Moving on then, here's the kick we have. When I press my spacebar, the clip starts playing. Now that play button turns red. That's because the track is record enabled, meaning that when I press my keys like this on the keyboard and I double click to open the editor, you'll see that these notes now have been recorded. There they are. The zoom tool appears everywhere in life. Same thing, drag down to zoom in, drag back up to zoom out. And once again, fold. It's really handy. It allows you to see only the notes that are in the clip without the rest of the keyboard. Now, I recorded these notes because overdub right here was switched on. This can be handy when you're just jamming away. To get info on the parts of life my mouse is hovering over, I check info in the view menu. That opens up this box, and wherever I go with my mouse now, this is where a couple of lines of info pop up. Alright, so overdub recording applies to MIDI clips. When the overdub switch is on, existing notes in a clip will be mixed with rather than replaced by newly recorded notes. Couldn't be clearer. I'm going to delete those extra notes because they don't make any sense, of course. And for now, I'll close the info box to make some extra space. Alright, for the next sound, I'm going to do things differently. Let's go back to the browser. Clicking parent folder always gets you one level up, of course. Let me find a closed hi-hat. Hats and cymbals. I'll be needing a new MIDI track. So I'll go to the Create menu and there's Insert Audio Track and Insert MIDI Track. The shortcut is Shift-Command-T. So I'll do that, Shift-Command-T, and there's the new MIDI track. I could now go into this tab here and do the same thing as before. You know, drop the sample here and it'll get loaded into Simpler. But I'd rather show you a Drumrack now. So let me undo this. And the Drumrack is inside the Live Devices folder under Instruments. There it is. Again, I could choose to drop it either here or down here. In the Drumrack, I can see these pads and they all have a note number. So that means that when I drop a sample on a pad, it's connected to that key on your keyboard. Go back to the sample I found and just drop it on the first pad. I can play it from here too. I'll double click the pad and you see that it actually contains a Simpler plugin with the sound loaded in. Cool thing, of course, is that you can now have multiple Simplers spread out over your keyboard, making it very fast to build a drum program. So that's my hi-hat. Let me open up the Simpler. I want to crank the release all the way up. And this time I think I'll just record a clip. I just press the record button and start playing when I'm ready. When I double click it, you see that it's actually recording now because it's getting longer and longer. Let's record a very simple hi-hat. And I can see the notes appear while I'm playing them. Very cool. That was completely off, so I'll edit this a bit.